you are one who has come to the discovery that your thoughts absolutely do create the world around you, then you have probably already applied several manifestation techniques. Let's take affirmations, for example. You don't know what you don't know, right? Well, did you know that making affirmations, writing things down, is really an advanced technique? It's not beginner or intermediate. It is an expert technique, and I will tell you why in a moment. Writing things down with your hand on paper has way more of a profound and energetic effect on the world around you than, let's say, typing words into a computer screen or listening to an audio. It is almost like having your own personal genie lamp. But there is one caveat that many people are not aware of. These are the same conditions that apply to the trickster genie you come across in fictional tales. You ask for something, and you get exactly what you ask for, whether you perceive the results to be good or bad. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds of the last century, a GOAT pioneer of the electric age, influencing others like Edison and Westinghouse, was, although very gracious with the intent of sharing helpful information to the world, he was also quite mysterious, who some would say held many secrets. There is a method that exists that is not really a secret or no longer a secret, but it is something that some of the powerful few don't want you to know. It is known as the Tesla 369 theory or method. And over the past few years or so, it has grown in popularity among the rich, famous, across popular social media platforms. So let's take a closer look at what some people are calling the key to the universe. Nikola Tesla knew that 3, 6, and 9 were very important numbers, but to understand why, we should better understand the golden ratio in mathematics. The golden ratio is a divine number in mathematics that is equal to 1.618, which tends to appear in art, geometry, architecture. The way it works is we take a line, then divide it into two parts so that the longer part divided by the short part is equal to the entire length divided by the long part. Da Vinci was known to apply the golden ratio in such works as The Last Supper, where the walls, table, background follow that equation. The correlation between the constellation Orion and the Giza Plateau is an example of the golden ratio. The pyramids of Giza follow this golden ratio, as there are 3 large pyramids and 3 smaller pyramids, which is 6 altogether. So we have the 3-6 relationship. That's just one example. Galaxies, star systems, plants, animals, humans all have the golden ratio and use mathematics and geometric patterns in just their everyday existence. They say Tesla used to walk around a building 3 times before entering. He only stayed in hotel rooms with a room number divisible by 3. He would wash his dishes with 18 napkins. These may come across as superstitious, but it was all necessary to Tesla. So how does Tesla's 369 theory work when it comes to manifesting things into your existence? There are a number of mathematical equations or formulas that you can use to show the significance of 369. For example, the sum of all digits equals 36 if you exclude the number 9 from the equation. So, if there is such a thing as having fun with math, then you can definitely have a lot of fun with 3, 6, and 9. Now, Tesla said, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is how the technique works. You get yourself a notepad or notebook. Pen and paper is important. Preferably blue ink, white paper. And you're going to write down 3 affirmations of your choosing. You want to write these down in the present tense as you already have what you are asking for. And you are going to focus on these affirmations 6 times a day for 9 seconds each. You're basically applying the affirmation technique using a 3-6-9 pattern. Because other people have said to write 3 affirmations in the morning, 6 affirmations in the afternoon, and 9 affirmations at night for 18 seconds each. And I'm sure it goes on and on. Aside from the pattern used, many say it is the feeling and sensation of having it now that comes before the manifestation, brought about by the level of gratitude that you express when using this technique. Here's what happens, and this is why this is really an advanced technique. Many people will get a hold of this information, get all excited, and start using it. They manifest a little into their life, and then it all comes crashing down. The reason this occurs, and this happens to most people in the beginning, and this is something I see other people talking about the law of attraction miss, and that is belief. You can write down any affirmation you want. If you don't believe you can have or achieve it, it's a no-go. It has to be something that excites you and something that you believe you can get. I can tell you right now, some of you have goals and dreams, and some of you have dreams that are too big. You can make a list of affirmations, then maybe you actually manifest one of those things on that list. For many people, if the other things on that list don't start to manifest soon, they become doubtful. They become doubtful about the other things, and doubt can sink an entire ship. For some people, trying to imagine having it before they get it makes them think about not having it, and therefore they push it away. Sometimes people ask for the wrong things. Sometimes they are asking for things that other people around them would get excited about, so they may put those things on their list. They should be things big enough for you to get excited about and small enough that you believe you can get it. Tesla's 369 method seems to amplify the effects of transmission of frequency because you are following a natural pattern of the universe. So the flow of energy is more fluid and natural. So the way 369 is used doesn't really matter as long as it follows a 369 pattern. Some people focus on their manifestations using the 369 pattern as the time of day, which means you'll be waking up at 3 a.m. to manifest your desires. So it's probably important to use the technique that causes the least amount of resistance. Remember, if you can't believe it, then you probably won't see it. So here's the difference between Tesla using the 369 method and everyone else. Everyone else is focusing on their affirmations using a 369 pattern, whereas Tesla would use that pattern in his everyday life all the time. So in other words, you would be applying this pattern to almost everything you do. Because even when you focus on manifestations, you still have to take actions. So should you be using this pattern when taking necessary actions to help manifest what you want? Here's a fun example I thought of. Let's say you have a hot date. You get dressed and ready at 3 p.m., go on your date at 6, wrap up the date at 9, and head back to your place. Enjoy each other's company until 3 a.m., sleep, wake up at 6 a.m., a little coffee, and that person is out the door at 9. Now, I'm not saying that anyone would actually do that, but I'd be interested to hear the results of that. and I think you get the idea. The point here is 369 is the natural mathematical pattern of the universe, and 9 is the key number here. Take a circle, for example. There are 360 degrees in a circle, right? That is not an accident. Take 360 degrees and add together the single digits. 3 plus 6 plus 0 equals 9. Cut 360 degrees in half. You have 180 degrees, right? 1 plus 8 plus 0 equals 9. Cut that in half, 90 degrees. 9 plus 0 equals 9. Cut that in half, 45 degrees. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Cut that in half, 22.5 degrees. Now you have a decimal in there, and still you can clearly see that 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. And you could keep going. When we talked about shape power, we discussed the flow of energy and how the direction of energy can be manipulated with geometrical shapes. We briefly reviewed the pyramid shape, and with the triangles that make up its geometric shape, you can understand how 369 would be used in a mathematical equation to build one of a massive size with precision. Now, if you understand this so far, and you understand the power of shapes and the power of numbers, how many of you have considered the power of number shapes? How come that Fibonacci pattern, that spiral vortex, is the shape of a 9? The number 1 can be a straight line, and we know with shape power how energy flows through that line, even when the line is drawn on paper with ink. And so each of these number shapes has a different flow of energy. All things have energy, even what you write. There is more to come, folks, so please stay tuned. Make sure to stop by woodwardentertainment.com and the Woodward Entertainment Store. Have fun, and as always, stay awake, stay aware, stay safe, and I'll talk to you all soon.